Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be starting a new series I call The Power of. So basically in the series The Power of, we'll be talking about different subjects and just the power of a certain something. So as you can see today, we're going to be talking about the power of healing. This video honestly has been very personal and hard to make for me because sometimes I feel like the things I go through are very irrelevant or not big enough to help others. Especially with that subject matter, I felt like I've not been through enough to be talking about it. But as I said, today we're going to be talking about the power of healing. And just to let you know, we're going to be getting very deep. So if you're feeling uncomfortable with anything I am saying, please just don't watch. Or if it's something that you've not dealt with, please do find support. I will reply to DMs if you need any help, and I will be praying for you if you message me. It's just, yes, trigger warning. That's what I was trying to say. So in the beginning of this year, I was faced with one of the hardest things I had to accept has happened to me, and that was accepting that I have been sexually assaulted more than once. And in the beginning, when it first got triggered, I didn't know what's happening because some news came to me, and then I really like something heat inside of me started burning, and I started crying and shaking, and I was just so thankful that whatever happened in the news was not me. But then something in me just said, what if it was? What if it was? What would you have done? Like, you would have been so broken, you wouldn't have done anything. I'm grateful it's not happened to me, but why am I feeling this way? Like, why is there something in me that's saying there's something more? And if you know the process of healing, like sometimes you do suppress things in your mind that you don't want to remember. So that was actually what happened to me, because I was so hurt with the people that have done that to me and the people that have really taken something away from me. I suppressed it and made myself feel like it's my fault, and everything that has happened to me was my fault, and I blamed it on me. And I was like, you know what, Sabina, if you weren't in that room, that wouldn't have happened. If you weren't doing that, that wouldn't have happened. If you weren't acting in a certain way, that wouldn't have happened. But the thing is, it had happened. But what happened on the following days, I was at work and I just started getting panic attacks, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I've not been raped. Like, why am I triggered? Why am I constantly thinking about that? Why am I like so focused on something that has not happened to me? And I was just like so, I can't even describe the feeling. I was just so overwhelmed with everything that I was hearing, until one of my colleagues just walked past and he was like, oh, Sabina, and touched my shoulder. And I could not explain to you what happened. I had to go upstairs and I was just crying in the toilet. I was like, why? What is that thing that's in me that I cannot face? And I turned to God and I was like, God, what has happened to me? Why am I getting panic attacks? Why am I crying? What is happening that is triggering me to react that way? And I was just so confused, and I was like, I don't have a solution right now. I need to get it together because I don't know what's happening. I need to finish my shift. I still need to get the money, but why? That was my constant question, why? And then I texted Pastor D and I was like, Pastor D, I just need you to pray for me because I don't know what's happening. I'm just getting panic attacks and I can't face myself. I went upstairs in the conference room and I sat and I was thinking, I was like, okay, how did this come to this place? Like, God, help me see what I'm not seeing. Help me, like, reveal it to me, because I can't carry on with my day and my week feeling like that. Like, I feel so fragile. I feel so, like, so abused, but nothing has happened to me. And when I was in my thoughts and in my feelings, God really said to me, remember. And I was like, what am I remembering? Like, as I started remembering and started thinking of what has actually happened, it threw me back to the first time something had happened to me. And when that happened, I was only in the age of between 4 and 5, potentially 6. But I was so young, and I was like, what? And it got me so confused, because like the entire time I was putting the blame on myself. I was saying it's your fault. But what could an innocent child do to say that now it's the child's fault? I can't even understand. Like, why would a person do something like that to a child? Why would a person that is, God knows, uncle's age, touch a child that is 5, that is 4? Like, it is unbelievable. And why is it me now that I look at it and I blame myself? Like, what have I done to blame myself? And then I started praying. I was like, God, but it's not just that. And I started thinking about all the cases that it had happened to me, and I was like, I am so angry because I don't understand. Like, I used to think, yes, it is my fault and I caused it. Thankfully, I had someone to talk to and share my experience and everything that actually I accepted had happened to me. And what she said was that no matter what case and scenario it was never my fault. But just that burning anger in me, like the self-condemnation had turned to anger, because now I was like, you did that to me, but why did you do it? Like, who gave you the right? And I was so angry and I was so hurt, and I was like, I can't face that, because it's so hard to think that in my eyes it's everything, like my world has been shaken through that experience. But who am I to share it with someone? What if they've been like through something bigger? Like, for me, it was sexual assault. I've never been raped, but I felt like my thing is so small that it's irrelevant. So then I spoke to the person, and they said that no matter what we go through, it's still a big thing. And especially when it comes to sexual assault, like, it's taking a part of you that you did not agree to give. And I was like so broken, because I was like, I've allowed this to happen to me. But not only have I allowed this to happen to me, but it just broke me on so many levels. It just hurt me so much. And I was like, why has something been taken away from me? Like, I did not sign up to it. I did not agree. And the thing is, I had to face not only myself, but I had to face the thought of these people. I had to face just remembering everything and accepting it, that it has happened. And I learned that to heal, first you need to face yourself and your demons. To heal, first you need to accept something has happened and something has just stolen from you. And it was, the process was a big thing, because now I had to really dig and be like, you know what, yes, it has happened, it has hurt you, it has made you feel the certain way, but you're still alive, you're still here, and you can use that as testimony to help others. My story has been able to help people, and it really taught me that even sometimes when you feel irrelevant, you can really touch somebody's life and you can really help them overcome what they're going through and what they're struggling with. Never limit God's healing process because you're too afraid to share and you feel like you're too small to share. So what I'm here to say is that God can really heal you, and no matter your past, just lay it all down to Him and just pray that He really touches you, because if it wasn't for God, I would have gone even deeper into my self-thoughts and self-condemnation and God knows what I would have done. And also, it's acceptance. Once you accept something, don't just hold it, but let it go. Because I feel like if I were to hold everything that had happened to me, I would have never been able to live a free life that I live right now. And forgive. That's all I can say. I'll have a whole different episode about forgiveness, but forgiving really helps you move on with your life, and it helps you just live fully. But yeah, guys, always remember that healing is a process. Healing does take time, and healing is something that you need to do, because avoiding your circumstances and your issues will never be a healthy life for you. Unless you're fully healed, you cannot live without fear. Because once I was fully healed and once I've forgiven people, which I know it's very hard, but it has allowed me to live a life that I'm no longer ashamed of what happened to me. I'm no longer scared to share what had happened to me. I know that God can use me as a vessel to help others. And like I said in the beginning of the videos, guys, don't struggle alone. Find someone to talk to, find someone to share with, and most of all, talk to God, because He has seen it all. He knows what you've been through, He knows your past, He knows your mistakes, and He knows your pain. And He is there to help you heal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has encouraged you and has really woken up something in your spirit, and I'll see you next time. Bye.